Hello everybody, welcome to the second episode of Anime, the series where I take a look at anime-based movies, and I review them throughout the whole month of May, bleeding into June sometimes. Bleeding into June. And today we're taking a look at a My Hero Academia movie. Now, the show was released in 2016 by Funimation and animated by Bones. And, well, not like skeletons. I'm just talking about like the studio's literally named Bones. Bones. Very interesting name to choose, but okay. The series follows a guy named Izuku Midoriya, who lives in a world filled of people with powers / quirks, as they're called in the show. Oh, and Midoriya is the only one that doesn't have one. But after her eating the hair of the superhero All Might, he inherits All Might's power one for all. And goes to UA High School to practice his power. Along with other students who have powers, including a girl named Uraraka, who can basically levitate, a guy named Bakugo who can basically create explosions and is very not a fan of Deku. And also Mineta. His power is being a pervert. Yeah, I know he has another power in the show, but I don't know. He's just a pervert. But anyways, the show itself is actually really good. It has a very good cast of characters, and has enjoyable episodes and arcs. Mainly with the favorites being the Overhaul arc / the one where they introduce Eri / the one where they introduce Eri. But recently we have gotten 2 new movies based on it. One that came out last year called My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission. And the other, the one that will be the subject of today's video, My Hero Academia Heroes Rising. Now, when this movie came out, it came out in the US. Sure, in Japan it came out in December 2019, but it didn't hit the States here in theaters till February 28th, till February 26th, 2020. Just about maybe like 3 weeks before the world went to crap. So yeah, but the movie still did pretty good with about $29.9 million. And the show still continued and had that movie that was released in 2021. But anyways, the plot of My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission, not World Heroes Mission, but My Hero Academia Heroes Rising, is that a new villain is introduced who's called Nine, who could take people's quirks, who could basically take people's quirks, and he is searching for a certain quirk that can only be found in this one guy and his two kids. So that he does end up finding the father, but once he takes his quirk, he figures out that it ain't cooperative with his blood type. I swear the movie's good. I swear. So they decide to try to find the children of the father, which ironically they live in the island that the main class of the anime, Class 1A, are sent to for the summer semester. Basically they're there to help the people, to help the citizens all they can. And while they're there. But then one of the kids ends up basically. And now and our main heroes, Bakugo and Deku, Izuku, end up meeting these two, who after the sister ends up calling in about a fake emergency. But it turns out that but then Izuku and Bakugo decide to help these kids, and the rest of Class 1A decide to protect but once 9 comes in and tries to take the quirks of mainly the boy, Deku and Bakugo, along with the rest of Class 1A, try to help out, are there to defend the island against the villains, against 9 and his squad of villains. And that's basically the plot synopsis I could give without giving that many spoilers. I know the movie came out 2 years ago, basically, but hey, you might as well. There probably is somebody who hasn't seen the movie yet. But hey, just in case somebody hasn't seen the movie yet, and I didn't want to give any spoilers away, about this 2-year-old movie. But anyways, what are my thoughts on My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission? Heroes Rising. I really enjoy it. It's a good movie. The characters are great in this. Class 1A have a bunch of Class 1A have a lot of distinct personalities to them. And they do end up, and the movie gives a lot of their personalities. And the movie, he gives you a lot of their personalities. He's in characters, especially with Deku and Bakugo. The movie also supplies some fantastic animation. And I know I was making a joke about Bones earlier, for their kind of funny name, but these guys can animate really well. Holy crap, this animation is great in the movie. I'd say this movie, I have seen the other 2 movies. He's My Hero Academia 2 Heroes, which was the first movie. And My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission. And I'd honestly say that Heroes Rising is probably the best one of the three. It'd probably go My Hero Academia Heroes Rising, and My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission, then 2 Heroes. Those being kind of the weakest of the three. But Heroes Rising does also 2 Hero. Also, compared to the other movies, this movie has a very solid climax as well. This movie's climax is also really good. It's showing all of Class 1A's abilities, and quirks, near the end of the movie, where all of them go on their separate fights, fighting the villains of the movie. And we get to see their quirks and powers be put to good use in this movie. Also, also the voice actors do a good job as well. Justin Briner is Deku, who does a fantastic job, and is basically the perfect role for this character, and basically does a perfect voice for this character. And for Clifford Claplin as Bakugo, he does a fantastic job as well. Giving off the sort of hot-headed energy that Bakugo has in the show. Which of course he would pull that off perfectly because all the actors from the movie are in the show. Besides the new characters that they introduce in this movie. Also, for other characters who are not in the movie that long, as much as Bakugo and Deku are, they do a pretty good job as well, showing their personalities and character traits aids to the movie's advantage. Like with the rest of Class 1A, like Momo Yaoyorozu, and Ida, who both of them have a great performance done by Colleen Klinkenberg, or Klinkenbeard. I don't know how to say it. It's the voice actor of Luffy from One Piece. But they do a great job as well. And the voice actor of Ida, who I forgot his name. But he does a great job as well. But he does a great job doing the character. Also, Nine is not that bad of a villain for the movie. I like his quirk ability of taking people's quirks. I like his power of taking people's quirks and find that to be that's a pretty interesting quirk. And the movie also, and once again, the movie also has other characters that are not in the movie as much, like with All Might, and like short little cameos by people like All Might, who appears near the end of the movie. And little cameos from the rest of the teachers like Aizawa and Present Mike. And also Hawks, who is played by Go from Pokemon Journeys. Interestingly enough. But here's where I give my spoiler warning. So if you don't want to be spoiled of the movie, I'd recommend to not listen to this part. Alright, and I'll give you a little signal once, and I'll give you this signal right here when I am done talking about the spoiler. Okay, let's get into it. So the movie ends off with the climax where Deku and Bakugo are fighting Nine, and then there's the moment that a lot of us were surprised at, and is a very cool moment, where Bakugo and Deku share One for All. Where Bakugo and Deku get the chance to share One for All to defeat Nine. Which resolves in a very cool fight scene with a very beautiful song. And Bakugo and Deku end up defeating the villain end up defeating Nine and saving the kids. While at the end of the movie, the villain Shigaraki comes out. The villain from the TV show Shigaraki comes out and disintegrates Nine. And disintegrates Nine at the end of the movie. Alright. We're back to no spoilers for the movie. You okay? Alright. So anyways, My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising, is a very great movie. With some solid animation, with some fantastic animations, and enjoyable characters, a pretty good story, and a pretty good climax. I'd overall give the movie my only problem with the movie is that it kind of gets a bit slow near the middle of the movie. It kind of gets a bit slow, but it does catch up speed. But it definitely catches up by the end of the movie. Overall, I'd give My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising, a 9 out of 10. I don't know if I had any plans for what I'm gonna do after next week's video. Huh? A package? Alright. Well, let me see what it is. Oh my gosh! Okay. Who sent me this? Oh, friggin' Team Bay send me this. Anyways, join me next time, after next week, where we're going to be taking a look at another adventure of the King of the Pirates. As for the video after that, it's time to get the notebook ready. We're about to write some names. See you later.